I'm doing it for my daughter.
Anamorphic lenses. I know how much you want to believe that you can get beautiful lenses for $5,000.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen. The beautiful lenses. If you want to own beautiful lenses, it's $20,000 for one lens, minimum. And there's lenses that'll get you halfway there. Like they'll be acceptable, but they're not. You're not actually making something beautiful. You're making something that looks like a cinematic YouTube tutorial. It doesn't look beautiful. Like a good set of lenses is like $150,000 for super Baltars or old super speeds or the PNS Technic rehoused, whatever they fucking rehouse, all those old lenses. They're mad money. So if your budget is like my budget, just get the cheap thing that you know how to use. You know what I mean? Unless you're rocking with big money, then you can go ahead and get some serious shit.
You got Jacob with the 50. Sam, one time you said architecture was the highest form of art. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I don't know if I'm the guy to make a definitive statement like that, but that's the definitive statement I would make if I were to make one, which I did. I believe you. I'm not going to argue with you and say that I didn't say that, but that sounds crazy. But I think that one second. Let me find out what these guys are called. The art. What's the highest form of art? A lot of people are like, back when movies first came out, they were like, I think Kierkegaard made the argument that movies are the highest form of art because they contain all other forms of art. Contains writing and visuals and music, but that's like anybody can see that that's not the truth. And that's the argument that Jonathan Blow made after making Braid about video games, is that games are the highest form of art because games combine all the above and
movies.
They're interactive, and movies and they're interactive, which is just not the case. It's just observably, viewably not the case. I think books, something about your mind filling in the gaps, and it's also like the most direct way of telepathically communicating with another person is via a book. The thing about movies, this is a great thing to be talking about with 6,000 people. How fast are we losing people as I'm rambling about this like an idiot? Oh, good. Okay. There's something about making film, making video. Like most of what I've ever made has been accidental. That has been something that I massaged. After this accident happened, I massaged it into a state that made it look deliberate. Anything I've ever made that looks good, and I know enough about filmmaking to know that the image that you have in your mind before you set up in front of something with a camera, it never looks like the end result. It's just not. Nobody. There are filmmakers who are known for being fastidious and like obsessive and hyper focused on little details, but even with a mind like that, you are not in control of the final image. There's so much that happens accidentally. There is so much that happens that and it's not even big accidents. It's just like the way that the light falls on a certain person's face when they're turned this way is something that your mind never could have made an allowance for before you were looking at it through an actual camera. So filmmaking is very not deliberate. It's also a fucking mess. Like trying to get more than two people in a room at the same time to do some coordinated action is a fucking mess. And even the best people in the world do not have that much control over the final product. They steer it in a direction, but the their ability to steer it is limited. And I would guess that the same. I mean, this is. I don't even have to guess. I've made enough crap in my stupid career to know that this is the case with video games. Like if you're through a game and you're gonna run out of money, you're gonna encounter some fucking weird gremlin that makes the whole game look weird, or when you have this texture and this texture and they're finally juxtaposed together and you have whatever post-processing over it, it looks weird, it looks not like what you expected. This stuff is all accidental. With books, it is that's not as much the case. Like books is the one where it's such a limited and basic canvas for your craft that you can exercise extreme control over it. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Is not relevant to the architecture thing. But yeah, I was thinking if the one art form that probably is the most difficult, transcendental, where it has the highest capacity for beauty, it has the highest capacity to make the highest capacity to affect the psyches of like regular people, of everybody, and is also the one that's the most transcendent. And by transcendent I mean it's like reaching towards God is what architecture does. And with all this stuff is made by men. Women are basically never any good at this shit. Women architects, the stuff they make is like from the devil. There's this one Saudi or Indian architect that's famous for making a bunch of stuff in London. Her name's like Kalipunur or some shit. And the stuff she makes, it looks like a glass vibrator. It's fucking nuts. Women with their bodies create the ultimate. This is from Frank Yang. This is a Frank Yang thing. Women with their bodies, just via a biological act that they have naturally, produce the highest thing that can be produced, which is a human life, obviously. Okay, and men, all the activity that men do is an attempt to, I don't know, be as good as that. That's part of what the psychology that's going on there. Women can just, and this is not to denigrate childbirth, but it's built in with them that they can, by default, and there's a lot of nasty people out there being born. Okay, there's a lot of people on OnlyFans shaving their heads, making their husband take their last, these types of things. But we're talking about art forms. We're talking about books, movies. There's a lot of bad books. There's a lot of bad movies. There's a lot of bad music. Okay, there's a lot of bad people being born. But the act itself is like the highest act, and they have it by default. They don't even have to. It's very difficult. They have to work for it, but it's not something that like they have to spend their whole life striving for. Okay, yeah. So men have to do all this bullshit to come half as close. And I think that my hunch, not having thought about it a lot, is that architecture is the one where the medium or the act is the closest to giving life. It's creating shelter. It's reaching out to God. It's building it's a collective thing. It's a civilizational thing. So that's why I said architecture is the highest art form. But I'm not really. I'm not an art historian, so I don't know. Maybe maybe VR games is the highest art form.
Because it has movies, interactive, and it's real.
And a headset.
None of your business. Welcome to Severe Beast. Kelsey Harvey says, "Hey Sam, regarding architecture, Andrew Clavin discussed the value and morality of art in general. His discussion boiled down to the idea that we need an American Renaissance to repair our culture. Your thoughts?"
I mean, yeah. You ever see this shit? You ever see this shit? Can you imagine this? Can you imagine our society building stuff like this today? Not going to happen. Holy fucking shit.
There has never been a Renaissance that wasn't precursed by like a major catastrophe, by the way. These things are born out of pain.
Look at this, brother.
We need pain first.
Good God.
Pain and punishment.
Yeah, I think it's time for massive campaign of violence.
in Minecraft.
No, in real life. I'm not going to do it. They're not going to do it. I'm not telling them to do it. I'm just saying it's probably going to happen. It's probably time. It's probably time. I'm not going to do anything. But yeah, I would agree.
An Art Deco Walmart. That's like really beautiful.
They should do that. We got chats?
Yeah, we're caught up.
Oh, caught up. Oh, damn.
Burn through them.
Look at that.
Thank you, guys. Getting high for the first time.
Yo!
The baby Sam is crazy.
All right, what do we got here?
Yo!
Do you still like me? That's so fucked up. I'm a girl now, beautiful and brave. Yeah, it's my birthday. Candy.
That one's so messed up. The
This
water
one?
spraying.
Yeah.
We're gonna title it cooking stream, and then we're just not gonna cook. I came up with this one. I gotta take credit.
Yo!
Fucked up. I bought hacks. I can't lose. Is he behind me? Return of the Puppet, Evil Tiny Sam. I need help, serious. She loves that one's nuts.
Worst night ever.
That's a good thumbnail.
With the eyes too.
Yeah.
It's crazy good.
5 best ways to make money. April 2023. Billionaire car. Custom Louis bags for Mr. Beast. Diet Coke phenomena. Why I love soda. Fuck. Homeless guys.
We gotta do that one Wednesday.
Oh
Last
my
stream ever.
God.
Yo!
This is how rich people eat.
That's pretty funny. God damn.
Good job, y'all. That was.
Yeah, thank you, fellas. Should we show Nick's or we leave him a secret for?
We do next.
There's 3 of them. We'll save them. We'll just save them so people don't blow them.
Rotting Potatoes with the 50. Oh, I already hit that one. Thank you again, man.
Thank you, Rotster.
Mikey with the 25. Sam, who makes your glasses? H3 thinks he's an alpha. MC.
Does H3 think he's an alpha? That'd be pretty funny if he said that.
Yeah, he's quoted as saying that. Could you?
No. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, I got shit. Let's just go right now. Don't worry.
You'll go in your chair.
Yeah. I gotta go in my potty chair. No, hang out.
No, I'm saying.
Jet, don't.
I guess I'll stay. Oh.
You gotta move. You literally gotta move.
I'm getting
Get out of
fogged
here.
out.
Get out of here.
I can't take this. No PPE.
This is my condition that I have. That I need help with.
Well, why are you this way?
Why haven't you helped me? You've done nothing to help me. Think about it. All right.